The main reason I ended up picking up a copy of this book is I have an ongoing interest in artificial intelligence and in many themes and topics that relate back to artificial intelligence. One, of course, being big data. So when I saw the subtitle of this book, I was naturally curious to learn more, not only about how big data is being used today, but also how it's likely to evolve and to continue to change and advance in the future. Now, one of the core themes of this book that I found very interesting is how we tend to lie both to ourselves and to other people about our behavior, and more specifically, how big data, such as diving into search history and anonymous search data from companies like Google, can show the discrepancy between our worldviews and what we believe and what we espouse out in public and how we actually behave and how we actually believe. It was a really interesting look at human behavior and in common patterns and in different ways to solve everyday problems. It was just a really interesting perspective. In fact, it was very reminiscent of a book like Freakonomics, which, as the author mentions in the book, was actually one of his primary inspirations for getting into a subject like big data. So not only does this book do an excellent job of explaining the basics of big data and where it's useful and where it might not be so useful, it's also just an interesting and engaging read when it comes to understanding the different lessons that can be gleaned from big data. So if you're interested in AI or big data, or simply getting a look at some interesting facts and information about human behavior and our psychology and how we lie to ourselves in everyday life, then I do recommend you consider checking out this book.